Every formula in chapter 1 explained. Stop memorizing formulas without understanding them. Now let's start with formula number 1. This one is density. By density, I mean how much mass is packed into 1 unit of volume. Or I say how much mass is present in 1 meter cube volume. For example, if 10 kg mass is present in 1 meter cubed volume, we say that its density is 10 kg per meter cube. The formula is simple. Density is equal to mass upon volume. Remember that the SI unit of density is kg per meter cube. But in chemistry, we usually work with gram per centimeter cube or gram per milliliter cube. For example, consider this question. A metal block has a mass of 180 gram and occupies 20 cm cube. Find its density. Well, I write the given data. The mass of the metal block is 180 gram and it occupies 20 cm cube volume. We already know that density is equal to mass upon volume. I just plug these values in this equation. After calculation, I get 9 gram per cm cube. It means that in every cm cube of this block, 9 gram mass or matter is present. Let me repeat it. It means that in every cm cube of this block, 9 gram mass or matter is present. Remember that always write the unit with your final answer. A number without a unit can cost you mark. Now we will learn the second formula, which is percentage by mass. The formula is percentage by mass is equal to mass of solute upon mass of solution n to 100. We already know that in any sugar solution, solute is the sugar and water is the solvent. While solution means solute plus solvent together. You must remember these terms in order to solve numerical problem. There is no SI unit here because percentage by mass is just a ratio multiplied by 100. For example, consider this question. 5 grams of sodium chloride are dissolved in 95 grams of water. Find the percentage by mass of sodium chloride. Well, I write the given data. Here, sodium chloride is a solute and water is a solvent. The given mass of solute is 5 gram and the given mass of solvent is 95 gram. We know that solution mass is equal to mass of solute plus mass of solvent. I get 100 gram. According to the formula, percentage by mass is equal to mass of solute upon mass of solution n to 100. The given mass of solute is 5 gram and that of solution is 100 gram. After calculation, I get 5%. So the percentage composition by mass of this solution is 5%. It means that in 100 gram of solution, 5 gram of solute or 5 gram of table salt is present. Let me repeat it. It means that in 100 gram of solution, 5 gram solute or 5 gram of table salt is present. Remember that many students divide solute by the mass of the solvent. That is totally wrong. Always divide solute by the mass of the solution. Now we will learn 3 important formulae of mole that will help you to solve any question of mole. The first formula is mole is equal to given mass upon gram atomic mass. The second formula is mole is equal to given mass upon gram molecular mass. And the third formula is particles is equal to number of moles into 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. Remember that by particles, I mean atoms, molecules, ions, etc. We use the first formula when we find the number of moles of atom. We use the second formula to find the number of moles of molecule, while we use the third formula to find the number of particles in a given substance. For example, consider these questions. Find the number of moles in 24 gram of carbon. Find number of moles in 64 gram of oxygen gas. Find number of particles and 2 moles of water. Well, first of all, I write the given data. The given mass of carbon is 24 gram. The gram atomic mass of carbon is 12 gram per mole. Here, we need to find number of moles of an atom. So we will use the first formula. Number of moles of carbon is equal to given mass upon gram atomic mass. The given mass of carbon is 24 gram upon the gram atomic mass of carbon is 12 gram per mole. After calculation, I get 2 mole of carbon. So in 24 gram of carbon, there are 2 moles of carbon atoms are present. In case of second question, I write the given data. The given mass of oxygen gas is 64 gram. The gram molecular mass of oxygen gas is 32 gram per mole. Here, we need to find the number of moles of oxygen gas in 64 gram. We will use the second formula. Number of moles of oxygen gas is equal to given mass upon gram molecular mass. The given mass of oxygen gas is 64 gram upon the gram molecular mass of oxygen gas, which is 32 gram per mole. After calculation, I get 2 mole of oxygen gas. So in 64 gram of oxygen gas, there are 2 moles of oxygen gas present. In case of third question, the given data is the given number of moles of water is 2 mole. We need to find the number of moles of water in it. To find molecules, atoms or ions, we use the third formula. Number of water molecules in 2 mole is equal to number of moles into 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. I write number of molecules of water, which is equal to 2 into 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. After calculation, I get water molecules in 2 mole is equal to 12.044 into 10 raised to the power 23 molecule. Therefore, using these 3 formulae of mole, we can easily solve any question of mole. If you want to master mole calculation and play with some advanced questions, watch our full lecture and its link is given in the description. Now we will learn empirical and molecular formulas, which are very important. Remember that empirical formula is the simplest formula of a compound, while molecular formula is the actual formula of a compound. For example, we know that the molecular formula of a glucose is C6H12O6. This is the actual formula of a glucose, so we call it molecular formula of glucose. Now listen carefully. I take this molecular formula of glucose and I write it here. We can see that we can easily divide the subscript of each atom of glucose. Let I divide each atom by 6. After calculation, I get CH2O. It means that I simplified molecular formula of glucose from C6H12O6 to CH2O. This simplified a simple formula CH2O is called empirical formula. Note it down that molecular formula is equal to n times of empirical formula. For instance, the molecular formula of glucose is C6H12O6, while the empirical formula of glucose is CH2O. Here, the value of n is equal to 6. It means that if we multiply the subscript of empirical formula of glucose by 6, we will get molecular formula of glucose. Now we will learn an important numerical problem. A compound contains 64.80% carbon, 13.62% hydrogen, and 21.58% oxygen. Find the empirical formula of the compound. Well, I solve these types of questions in 3 steps. In the first step, I write the given atom. The given atoms are carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. The gram atomic mass of carbon is 12 gram, that of hydrogen is 1 gram, and that of oxygen is 16 gram. In the second step, I find the number of moles of each atom. The given mass of carbon is 64.80%, or I write 64.80 gram. The given mass of hydrogen is 13.62 gram and the given mass of oxygen is 21.58 gram. To find number of moles, I divide given masses by their respective gram atomic mass. The gram atomic mass of carbon is 12 gram, the gram atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 gram, and the gram atomic mass of oxygen is 16 gram. After calculation, I get 5.40 moles of carbon, 13.62 moles of hydrogen, and 1.35 moles of oxygen. In the third step, I find the simplest ratio between atoms. I write the number of moles of each atom, 5.40, 13.62 and 1.35. Here, the smallest number is 1.35. I divide 5.40 by 1.35, 13.62 by 1.35 and 1.35 by 1.35. After calculation, I get 4, 10 and 1. It means that the ratio of carbon is 4, that of hydrogen is 10 and that of oxygen is 1. Thus the empirical formula of this compound is C4H10O1. Therefore, using these three simple steps, we can easily find empirical formula. If you want to play with some advanced questions of empirical and molecular formulae, watch our full lecture and its link is given in the description. Now we will learn percentage composition. Well, we define percentage composition by mass as it is the percentage by mass of each element present in a compound. It means that out of 100 gram of a molecule, how many grams of each element is present. For example, consider common salt. It is made up of sodium and chlorine. Let I take 100 gram table salt. Now I say out of 100 gram of table salt, there are 39 gram of sodium and there are 61 gram of chlorine. So we say that percentage composition by mass of sodium is around 39% and the percentage composition by mass of chlorine is around 61% in table salt. Thus we say that percentage composition means out of 100 gram of a molecule, how many grams of each element is present. To calculate percentage composition, the formula is percentage composition is equal to atomic mass into number of atoms upon molecular mass into 100. For example, consider this numerical problem. Calculate the percentage composition of hydrogen and oxygen and water. Well, we know that the molecular mass of water is 18 gram. Now the percentage composition of hydrogen is equal to atomic mass of hydrogen and to number of hydrogen atoms upon molecular mass and 200. The gram atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 gram. There are 2 atoms of hydrogen present in H2O. Upon the gram molecular mass of water is 18 gram and 200. After calculation, I get 11.11%. Thus the percentage composition of hydrogen is 11.11%. Secondly, percentage composition of oxygen is equal to atomic mass of oxygen and to number of atoms of oxygen upon gram molecular mass and 200. The gram atomic mass of oxygen is 16 gram and 2 there is only 1 atom of oxygen upon 18 gram and 200. After calculation, I get 88.88%. Thus the percentage composition of oxygen and water is 88.88%. Therefore, we use this simple formula to find percentage composition of any element. If you want to learn more about percentage composition by mass, watch our lecture and its link is given in the description. Now we will learn some important formulae of concentration like molarity and molality. Well, molarity measures the number of moles of a solute present in 1 liter solution. For example, if you dissolve 5 mole sugar and 1 liter water, we say that its molarity is 5 m. The formula of molarity is m is equal to number of moles of a solute upon volume of a solution. While molality measures the number of moles of a solute dissolved in 1 kg solvent. For example, I take 1 kg water. I dissolve 6 moles of sugar and 8. We say that molality of the solution m is equal to 6m. Thus we learn that molarity m is equal to number of moles of a solute upon volume of solution in liter, while molarity m is equal to number of moles of a solute upon mass of a solvent in kg. Now we will solve some numerical problem. 0.5 moles of sodium chloride is dissolved in 400 ml of solution. Find molarity of the solution. Well, I write the given data. Number of moles of a solute is 0.5 mole. Volume of a solution is 400 ml. I convert it to liter. I get 0.4 liter. We know that molarity m is equal to number of moles of a solute upon volume of solution in liter. I plug in these two values in this equation. After calculation, I get 1.25 mole per liter or 1.25 m. It means that in 1 liter solution, 1.25 moles of sodium chloride is present. Secondly, calculate the molality of 4.5 mole of sugar and 80 gram of water. Well, I write the given data. The given number of moles of a solute is 4.5 mole. The given mass of a solvent is 80 gram. I convert this 80 gram to kg. I get 0.80 kg. We know that molality m is equal to number of moles of a solute upon mass of a solvent in kg. I plug in these two values in this equation. I get 5.63 mole per kg or 5.63 m. It means that in 1 kg solvent or in 1 kg water, 5.63 moles of sugar is present. Therefore, using these two formulae, we can easily find concentration of any solution. If you want to learn and play with some numerical problems of molality and molarity, watch our lecture and its link is given in the description. Finally, we will learn mole fraction. Well, it is a very confusing topic for students. Let's consider that I take 6 mole water in this object. I add 2 mole table salt and 3 mole sugar to it. We know that mole fraction is equal to number of moles of a particular substance upon total number of mole. Now I will find mole fraction of salt, mole fraction of sugar and mole fraction of water. We know that there are 2 moles of salt present in the solution, while the total number of moles is 2 plus 3 plus 6 is equal to 11 moles. Thus, mole fraction of salt is equal to 2 upon 11. It means that 2 moles of salt are present in 11 moles of solution. Similarly, mole fraction of sugar is 3 upon 11 and mole fraction of water is 6 upon 11. Therefore, we define mole fraction as it is the ratio of number of moles of one component to the number of moles of all components present in a solution. Remember that mole fraction is a ratio, that's why it has no unit. If you want to learn more about mole fraction, watch our lecture and its link is given in the description. I hope that you learned all these formulae.